trying to get the shot right. Does it look good that way? How about that? How about that? Okay, hello everyone, and in this episode is the ultimate guide to digital nomading in Asakusa and Oshiage, which is the Skytree area. And today I am staying at, just behind, you can see a place called Wise L Hostels. And it's just under the train tracks between Skytree and that way Asakusa. So in this video, let's first I'll show you the internals of the property, the internals of the hostels. In this video, I'll go through places where I work, things to keep in mind as if you're coming here on a holiday, you need to work somewhere. Maybe you live in Japan and you need somewhere to work in this area. You're on a bit of a holiday. So what I'll do first is I'll show you the inside real quick. And they also have an outside area. As you can see, it's a bit cold right now, so you can't really, I wouldn't really sit outside too long. So this is the room in a hotel, in the hostel, sorry. And this hostel room, what do you say? It's a single room, but you have a proper chair, which I like. This is important when you're working. You have a solid chair, no funny silly chairs, or not silly designs, and you have a proper desk. So the desk here is solid. Pull it back for some more leg space. You have a light if you want to do meetings, all the space you need, just great. Then of course you have I don't know what you call these kind of sofas, and a lot of space to sleep, window for ventilation, and also ventilator, aircon, and brush your teeth and wash your face in the morning so you don't have to shower. But this place is obviously much nicer than a backpackers, and so I stayed a few nights at the backpackers here, and the backpackers was around 3,000 or 4,000 yen a night, and it's nothing. I mean, it's clean, tidy, but a room is always better than a bunk bed. You feel like a child sleeping in a bunk bed. And this room was around 7,000 to 8,000 yen, I think. So it's nearly double. And yeah, of course, this is way nicer to stay in here. And if you can't even afford 3,000 or 4,000, yeah, the cheapest ones you can find, it's kind of on the north area of Tokyo. So those ones would be around from 1,000 to 2,000 yen. But you won't really, there's not really much space, and it's pretty grimy. And if you can't afford that kind of 3,000, like the average backpacker, like a decent backpacker in Japan would be about 3,000 yen. Of course, unless you're in like a really cheap, when you got a really cheap deal, you can get it like 2,000 yen. But if you can't make 3,000 yen per night, then yeah, you probably should improve your React or Vue, or improve your skill set to make more money. So you can make, you make $50 or $60 an hour or something at least. Because yeah, it makes a big difference. If, like for example, being able to stretch out because I'm 6'1" or so, or 187 centimeters, to be able to stretch out and have a good sleep, If you have a good sleep, a good rest, then your code is better. I don't know if that's true, but I feel that. So, yeah, this is the room at Wise Owl Hostel. So here's the entrance, and I'll give you some good reasons why I'm staying here. The reason is you kind of want somewhere between Skytree and Asakusa. Skytree is that massive skyscraper building, and the thing about that side, it's a little more commercial. that side's more commercial, and then the Asakusa side is a bit more, it's got more traditional things. There's a temple there, a lot of traditional foods and restaurants and cafes. So you get the best of both worlds. Something commercial and new, and then something a bit more traditional and a little grimy as well in some areas, which I'll show you later. But I'm not here to show you a touristy thing. I'm here to show you about if you're working and stuff. So just nearby you have a Family Mart, and I'll just quickly show you why this one's really good. I'll show you why this is good. So here you have a bit of a workspace already. So you can buy yourself some really cheap coffee, then set up some type of that just set up here. You have your charger. So yeah, this place is good for that. Get some cheap snack in the morning, and then do some work. If you want to print something, an ATM. So that's just nearby. And of course you have your rental bicycles which you can use. So it's really important when you're working to quickly get something, quickly get a snack, or you want to top up on some coffee, or if you're a Zoomer, you know, you get your Monster energy drinks that you drink. What else do you guys drink? I don't know. But okay, so the backpacker's there, and then right next to you, you have the convenience store. And then down here we'll go to a cafe on the way. So we're going towards Oshiage. The Oshiage area is basically that Skytree. So I better just say we're going to Skytree. And of course you have a like Japanese restaurant with all types of Japanese food, and a hamburger. I think I've had it once. It's quite good. So right next door when you're working, go for a break, have something to eat. And here is a cafe that's closed. But okay, let's go on this side. So yeah, it's a nice place to go when you want to walk and work. So this place here has a nice coffee, nice espressos, and there's a lot of desk space. Sorry, I don't know, it's closed right now, but I was there yesterday, and there's charging sockets to charge as well. But we'll keep going on to Skytree. Oh yes, and of course they have these what do they call them, boulders for climbing. If you want to exercise after a good days of work. And just coming up here, I've never seen this before. It's called paddle, Padel, and it's something like tennis, but you've got these boundaries around you that well, I better stop on this side. You've got these boundaries around you, and then yeah, there's different rules, but it looks really fun. So we've reached Skytree. And you can see there's a nice walkway just outside of it, going all the way back to the backpackers hostel. So when you can't fix your bugs, you go for a walk. 30 minutes later, your bug's fixed. So I would work at the hostel there in that lounge area. I'd work in there, but usually in the morning. So this is my basic pattern is in the morning I'd go to a cafe and have an espresso. And I'd work for a couple of hours. And that cafe that was closed is one of the places I'd go. And I'll show you two other cafes, or three, just under Skytree, where you can get your work done, get your caffeine hit, or maybe you don't drink coffee, just drink some juice, whatever you like. And yeah, I'll show you where you can work. Okay, it's not so fancy, but look. You have a McDonald's here, and if you just want to spend 120 yen, which is like what, $1 or so, you can just go to McDonald's. And usually McDonald's just work here. You just work here. You have a small space, nothing fancy. But look, it's 120 yen, so pretty cheap. You just spend $1, you stay there for 4 hours. You don't get in trouble. You couldn't do that in most countries. They'll kick you out. What you can do is you quickly come and have a morning set, which is a toast, a coffee, an egg. That one's $5.50. So that's $5.50 for a morning toast, coffee, and egg. And then after you do that, you just go to McDonald's for 4 hours. Then you only spend like 700 yen or so. Something like that. And I'm not going to show you like touristy things. I'm just going to show you where you can work and where I work. My recommendations for work, where to work. It's amazing, isn't it? How did they? So you want to skip all the shops. When you go up to the second or third floor, just go around. I'm going to a place called Soromachi. And Soromachi has, I think, 2 or 3 cafes which you can work at. Let's go. And then as we see behind Skytree, we do have 2 large hotels which you could stay. I would have to check the price. It is a bit pricey. And also it's quite far from everything. So you're close to Skytree, but you're not close to Asakusa at all. So that's why I really like that hostel. I'm in the middle of both Asakusa and Skytree. Oh yes, keep this in mind that the Skytree cafes and the Skytree shopping area opens from 10 a.m. So you might want to get yourself a quick breakfast, that toast, and maybe, yeah. There is one more cafe. It's called Fulgen, which I'll show you later, and it's on the other side of in Asakusa. Yeah. So how to find the right time to go to a cafe and work, right? That's the question. This cafe here is a cafe kiosk, and it's got a lot of space to work. And I think the menu is like coffee and stuff, coffee and toast, a lot of workspace, as you can see. Kind of small, but hey, it works. And an espresso is 300 for a single espresso. That's what I drink, espressos now. And of course they have some cookies and cakes, cookies and toast, reasonably priced. So that's one of the cafes I go to work. We'll go to the second cafe, which is downstairs. I saw people like all lining up, running crazily, like they're just like zombies. I don't even know what it was. It was just some little cartoon thing. I don't even run for things I like. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the green bar, coffee and smoothie. So I've been working here as well quite a bit, and if you can check what they have, see what they have here. With like toast sandwiches, bananas, chocolate. Well, I just buy espressos, but as you can see, there's a bit of workspace for you. That's really annoying, so I don't work on here because it messes with my space. But here, I usually work on this side here because there's chargers here. So I'm going to get myself an espresso. I don't think they have cookies, that's the problem. So maybe I'll go downstairs and they sell like toast and bread and stuff. But yeah, good workspace. So I've got my espresso, scone and water, and it was a total of well, anyway, I forgot. Usually espresso is around 300, 400 yen, sometimes even 500. And yeah,
So the things I always look for when I work at a cafe is, so for example, this has nice calm music, this place. They have like calm, I don't know, probably, sometimes it's like, like bossa nova, is that it? I don't know. Or like Portuguese music, like cafe Portuguese music or something. So it's calming and feeling. And of course, interior has to be. I mean, I'm a meat and potato guy, but having nice furniture and stuff is always a plus. And then this place, the problem of this place is that there's nowhere to charge anything. So if you want to charge cameras, or maybe you don't have a really good laptop with you. For example, my $300 MacBook, the battery drains pretty fast. So yeah, there's no chargers here. The other place I showed just before had chargers, wall sockets to charge. And then the other one is Wi-Fi. So I don't rely on most, unless it's like a dedicated share office, or for example, the hostel I'm staying at has a work area, or let's say a lounge area. So that Wi-Fi is quite good. It's quite fast. But if you go to like cafes in general in Japan, don't be surprised that they don't have Wi-Fi, and if they do, it's behind some type of paywall of some sort, like a docomo, or it's just a bit strange in that way. But yeah, just take your own Wi-Fi with you. That's what I say. And for me, I'm using my cell phone as Wi-Fi. I'm currently using it's called Rakuten Mobile. You've probably heard the company Rakuten, right? I'm using it like English would say Rakuten. I'm not saying it a Japanese way, because we're all English speakers here. So I use Rakuten, and it's pretty good, and I might show you why it's good later, not now. But anyway, so that's the thing I look for, calm feelings, so I can work, so nice music or interior, if the Wi-Fi is good or not. But usually I'm carrying my own mobile Wi-Fi. And then the third one is can I charge? And of course the fourth one is really important, is the espresso good? Is the coffee good? So for example, that place I'm staying at, it's quite good to work at, but they don't sell espressos or anything fancy. I'm a meat and potatoes guy, but sometimes I get a bit fancy with my espresso. I don't know what that means, don't ask me. So yeah, there's the cafes. These are kind of nicer cafes. I'll show a few more that I work at. I usually don't go to share offers, because I think some of the prices are a bit too high. I know a few around Tokyo that are quite decent in terms of cost and performance, but in general you're paying it from at least 1,000 yen, at least $10, and that's not for the whole day. So if it starts going to like 2,000 yen, 3,000 yen a day, just like what, $20-30, I might as well just go to like a few coffees and have a nice coffee. Sorry, did I say coffee? So I'll go to a few cafes and have a nice coffee while I work. So yeah, that's just that. They also have a loft, so if you need stationery or pens and stuff like that, it's all there. Personally, there is a 100 yen shop in here, a dollar store. I'll just go dollar store and get something, because I'm a cheap guy. I'm not going to show you like the shops around here, because it's, I'm not a travel or shopping guide, but you can have a coffee somewhere, and you can actually leave your laptop at the cafe. Just leave it on the table, go walk around, and then yeah, it's still there. No one's going to steal your stuff. Of course, you don't like leave your wallet, even though no one's going to steal anything. All I'm trying to say is that you can leave your stuff at the cafe table, go and have a walk around, buy your Pokemon goods or whatever you want around here, then go back and it's fine. Something to always be aware of is if there is a electronics store near you. We have here a big camera, which is one of Japan's big camera. which is one of Japan's like largest electronics store. But this is like a smaller version. It's called Air. But if you have to like buy stuff, like let's have a look. If you really, for example, you really need to get a new iPad or an iWatch. I don't know why you would need one, but they have everything here. You need earphones. What else is there? You don't need that. Or like things like SD cards, or what else is there? SD cards, or like camera equipment. All the your selfie sticks and all that. Or you need some gaming equipment. So, oh yeah, memory sticks. If you need keyboards. If your computer breaks down, if your laptop breaks down, if you want to clean up your hotel. Yeah, if you want a new GoPro, your one's broken, or you need to buy something, some goods. So yeah, the reason you this one too, power adapters and chargers. They've got them all here. If you have a foreign, what do you call it, socket thing. So it's always important when you're working around. It's always important to have an electronics store nearby you, because if something goes wrong, maybe something happens to your memory card, or maybe your mouse breaks. You got to go somewhere to buy one. And unfortunately, this area doesn't really have a large, like that's the only one to go to. But it's got everything you need. I don't think you need a really large one. So those are good places to work around Skytree. And now I will go, there is one. At the 9th floor or so, there's a Starbucks. It's quite large, but you know, we're not normies here, right? Are we? Yeah? What? I am? I wear a Patagonia sweater, which makes me a normie. Well, okay. Anyway, there is a Starbucks at the 7th floor. It's quite large, and it's got sockets and everything to charge. I've never been there. No, I just don't like the coffee. That's all. It's really it's like burnt. I don't understand it. But before we go to Asakusa area, I'll show you one place out here called Tullys Cafe. And if you can see inside, I won't buy anything, but Tullys Cafe is a chain. Tried not to be awkward while I filmed, but yeah, there are some charges in there. The seats are quite normal. They're generic seats, but everything works. And that's a chain, a coffee chain. The coffees are, it's meh, but yeah, if you need it somewhere to work, it's a great place to work as well. This is quite, every time I look at it, it just wows me. Just absolutely wows me. Walking back down to Asakusa, you can see there's the boulders. I don't know what you call them, climbing boulders. Nice weather. And here's the cafe that I went to that was closed. See, it's nice inside. A lot of sunlight. A lot of working space. We are now crossing the bridge to get to Asakusa. And you can hear the trains going past, and it's quite a nice walk. So you can see on this side there are a lot more hotels. I'd prefer not to stay on that side. I'd like to stay on this side or in the middle. And you'll see as I go through that, and also working like cafes and stuff, this side is a bit more, a little more grimy. I don't know if that's the correct word. The area back before was more commercial, so you can feel more calm. Hello. Hello everyone. See, everyone's waving. Everyone's friendly here. That's nice. So I'll show you this. This is a secret place to work. I really do like this area. Okay, so after you go through the bridge, there's another Tullys Coffee. There's two cafes here, but the good thing, Tullys is the chain I just showed you. If you see this side, so you have the Skytree up there, and then on this side, you have two cafes. So I'll show you. That's a loud train. So we've got cafe number 1. It's okay. It's not bad to work, but there is some charging ports there. There are some charging ports there, but it's not so. I mean, I don't feel so comfortable working here. But this here is a chain called Tullys. It's the same as the Tullys I showed you before, and this has more of a professional feeling to it. See people studying in there. If you see with these curtains or whatever you call blinders, people are studying and working. There's chargers there. You probably have to come a little earlier because it gets quite busy. I'll just have a look. I've been a few times working. And there's also some places outside where you just chill out for a bit. But yeah, that's a little secret location that you can work at. And of course, you know, if you want to take some nice photos, there you go. You've got nice photos there. So that's one of the secret digital nomad cafe spots. Coffee itself is normal, but it's just a great place where you can sit down, look at Skytree, and work or edit whatever you do on your computer or your laptop. I keep calling it computer. I sound like a boomer. The computer. And it's just nice when you're working for, let's say you stay here you buy coffee for like, I think it's 300 yen or 400 yen. You have bugs and issues, so you just have a walk. You take a walk for 20 minutes, go back, your bug's fixed. Right? Am I right, guys? Am I right? Yep, I'm right. So yeah, a lot of foreigners lately. That's really good, isn't it? And they're wearing no mask like me. Oh, this is really bad, Tyrone. You have to respect. You have to do. Okay, anyway, whatever. So I booked. So the place I'm staying at, Wise Hotel, our hotel, I booked one night at an actual room, not the dormitory. And it is actually the similar price to booking one of these normal hotels. But the reason I don't book at these, the generic hotels is it's a bit. Half of the reason is their seats and tables are really crap. They have sometimes they have strange seats where it messes up your back, or the table's really small. There's no leg space. So that's one of the big issues I have whenever I stay in different types of hotels. But if I do want to stay in in a hotel to work, I usually stay at like one of those a generic business hotel, because they're affordable and they have everything you need. There's like the desks, they're all the same, so you're not going to expect something strange. And that's all over the country. And you will notice one thing about Asakusa: they do have quite a few homeless around, and the homeless, I have no problem. They don't cause any issue with you. So it's not like some other countries how they might throw poo-poo at your face or something. They throw poo-poo at your face, and now you have a poo-poo on the face. So now we're going to Asakusa Central area, where it's more of a tourist area. And even if there is a cafe, I wouldn't personally, I prefer not to work there. It's just a bit noisy. Not just noise, just more things happening. And when there's things happening, I get distracted very easily, which is why I prefer like that the Tullys before or something, where there's no one in front of you. It's more peaceful. So you can see there are Starbucks here and there. it just gets quite busy, that's all. So if you see where I went before, you can understand it's a lot better to have that quiet peace and quiet while you work. But now we're going through the center, and there isn't really any cafes around here. So what I do is I stay in the other side, or in that hostel. Then you come here to, like, let's say the weekend or at nighttime to enjoy, cultural stuff and nice restaurants, interesting food, and things like that. It's getting already quite noisy around here, so you don't want to be working around this kind of noise. It's distracting. And that side's the temple, but we're not going there because this is not a travel channel. This is a tech and digital nomad. I can't even say it correctly. Digital nomad channel. So we do other stuff around here, like code and drink coffee and make dumb jokes. The only recommendation I'll tell you is this one here. This is taiyaki. This is one of my favorite Japanese snacks. It's my favorite is the custard. It's quite delicious. Please give it a try if you have time. It smells great. Okay, so I'm not showing you the street because you should go or anything, but this street is a place where you can drink on the weekends. Right now it's daytime, and it's quite a famous place that foreigners, of course foreigners come here, but a lot of Japanese also know the street. And you can see it's got that outdoor, I don't know what you call it, outdoor experience. It's not that cookie cutter feeling like on the Skytree area. You can tell it's a bit more, has a street feeling to it, it has more of a culture. So this place is popular, but I'm not here to show you this place, but it's just nice to see. Where I am showing you is a cafe which you can work at, which is I've been a few times. So let's go to that cafe. And then, I'm always looking out for Shiba Inus. Look at that little Shiba Inu guy there. They're the cutest, aren't they? I think that's what I want, a black Shiba Inu. Hey, buddy. Too cute. Oh. This is the cafe. I think it's called Fulgen. It's Norway or Denmark. There's an alt-right guy. I like his style. But yeah, this place is really busy. I like the alt-right guy. Anyway, so this place, you would have to come quite early to get a seat, unless you want to sit outside. Oh, there's some seats inside. There's charges on this other side here. On the wall, there's some charges, and you could work on any one of these tables. So, and look here, this part here, no mask. Okay, see that? You don't have to wear a mask, guys. They do not require you to wear a mask. You can choose. Just keep good hygiene. It's like we're taking crazy pills around here. Okay, so yeah, this place, you want to come a little earlier, but just a quick warning. If you have their waffles, do not be the first guy to order waffles. If you order waffles the first guy, the waffle comes out a little watery, mushy, because the machine is not heated up correctly. So you don't want to be the first guy, probably not even the second, you'd be the third guy to order waffles. Then it becomes nice and crispy. Yeah, that's my mistake. Should have known better. But anyway, this place opens, I think, at 7 a.m. or so. I won't go and have a look inside or show you, but I just showed you from the outside, and you can see there's quite a bit of space for you to work. But there is one thing, so I think that's like everywhere where I kind of work. Let's get into the sun. So that is basically where I go to work, at cafes and stuff. And also, this is a part of a hostel. Oh, there's also a second floor. This part of like a capsule hotel. This is a part of a capsule hotel, I think. Yep. And I like capsule hotels, but the problem with these capsule hotels is they make you get out at like 10 a.m. You have to get out of the capsule, so you can't really sleep in. And then you've got nowhere to lie down if you want to lie down at like 1 o'clock in the evening, because they're cleaning between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Anyway, there is one place I want to check out here, which looks really interesting. It's this place here. It's called Pint Sauna Rest. The reason I like this Pint Sauna Rest place is that it's private. You have your own sauna, and you can also work here. 500 yen for a booth. The room is 900 to 1,000 yen, and then a meeting room's 2,000. But this is quite expensive, so I would prefer to go to a cafe and order something nice. What you want to do is try this, a sauna rest. You have your own room for 3,000 yen to 4,500, right? Your own little hot bath or cold bath and a sauna. And then you have, I think this is like a VIP, it's like 6,600 yen. So I think we're going to try that today because I've had a long week, shoulders are tired, all the bugs are bugging out on me. You know what I mean? And look, yeah, it's about 3,000, 4,000 yen, but it's all to yourself. You don't have to show off your private information, if you know what I mean. You encrypt yourself from society, because we're soy devs, we're not giga chads walking around with our schlong hanging out and high-fiving everyone. We want our own space. So private sauna is 3,000 yen, VIP sauna 5,500. I think I'll book that, and we'll see what happens from there. Okay, so that's my guide to digital nomading in Asakusa and Skytree area. If that's your thing, if you like this stuff, if you're into it, if you're into me, do you like me? Nah, that's a bit too much, isn't it? Anyway, like, sub, and I've got my LinkedIn and Discord links in the description below. So check me out and have a good one.